Hello, I'm here with Janet Housden, and she is performing with Fnord at Wonder Valley Experimental, and she is joining us for an interview tonight. Janet and her associate Mark Hoschler form Fnord, and they have a channel on YouTube, and you can check them out. Hello, Janet. Our first question is, what led you to the world of noise?
Well, I've always liked a lot of, noisy, odd music. Like my favorite Led Zeppelin song is like the 2 minutes of noise in the middle of Whole Lot of Love. I always like the noisy outros to songs where they just kind of devolve into chaos. But I didn't know you could make a whole band around that, or make like music that was just the noisy bits. But no, I a few years, it's a long story, but I sort of got an electric violin and started trying to learn how to play it and realized you could do all the weird stuff you could do with guitars. Like I'd always been a bass player and a drummer, and I stuck in the rhythm section watching, the guitar players and whatnot have all the fun. And yeah, I just got really entranced with all the sounds you can make with that. And then our friend Tom took me to Wonder Valley, the Wonder Valley thing. I participated in one of the opening acts that Tom would do. Like Nature's Miracle. Yeah, we had a band called Nature's Miracle, and yeah, so that was it. And also, I started going to Sound Shop. Would have these monthly sort of, I don't know what you would call it. I think they called it a workshop, but it was like a crazy noise ritual thing. I got really. I loved that. It was just like scrubbing your brain clean with like 3 hours of uninterrupted noise.
And that's the monthly out in Eagle Rock.
Yeah, they don't. It's over.
Oh, well, that's
There's no more Sound Shop. So that was a bit depressing. But there was a little spin-off group from that called Unknown Unknown, and we did the Santa Ana Soundwalk thing. What was it called? The Soundwave Festival?
Yes.
A couple things like that. Yeah, we did that, and we played at my friend's art gallery in Chinatown. So yeah, I don't know. I played in rock bands for 40 years, and I just was really, really sick of all the nonsense that goes along with playing in a rock band in LA. And noise is all the fun and none of the... What, can I say that?
Well, you just did.
I did.
So we already touched on this a little bit about what instruments you use. You use a violin. And
yeah.
What does Mark use?
He's got a sort of Hawaiian, like, slide guitar, and he's got all the, pedals and gadgets, and just a regular guitar, and sometimes we'll use a bass or whatever. But I suppose if we were going to play live, it would probably mostly be the slide with an ebow. He plays a sort of steel guitar with an ebow.
Oh, awesome!
It's fun.
Well, it sounds fun too. And then something topical here. How has COVID changed the noise scene? Will any of these changes stay after herd immunity is reached?
Well, obviously everyone's had to scramble for visuals since everything went online. And I like seeing things live. I like being in a room with a bunch of other weirdos watching some weirdo make weird noises. But yeah, it's doing it online. You have to have something to look at. So it forced us to, ask around and find a filmmaker. And people have had to sort of improvise, and I think that it's kind of cool. I don't know what'll happen after, but I know that we're going to try to have, projections and fancy lights and stuff.
A proven winner.
Which, yeah, well, I think I like to have something to look at anyway. With the shows with like the 20-minute sets, I don't really know how feasible that is, but if we were just going to go do our thing in a corner, make weird sounds for like an hour, yeah, we would try to have films and stuff. I think makes it more fun.
Yeah, I agree. There used to be a thing in Long Beach, the Sound Walk, and it was a 5 hour event, and we did that. And if you can imagine just buckling down for 5 hours of improvising,
We did
just
it. We did that with Unknown Unknown at the Santa
yeah.
Ana Soundwave thing, and I love that. You feel like you've had dermabrasion on your brain when it's all
Well,
over.
the thing I noticed was that you run out of all of your patterns and like clever ideas in about the first 40 minutes, and then you've got 4 hours to go. And that's where the really good stuff happens.
Yeah, I'll just fall back to the same thing over and over again. I do not mind playing the same two notes for an hour straight. I think it's kind of soothing.
I like it.
But yeah, it does sort of allow you to stretch out a little bit. So I always played in bands with like 3-minute pop songs. First chorus, verse, bridge, chorus, whatever,
Right,
and
right.
every part is rigidly defined and you play it the same way every time and yada, yada, yada. So I love
Well,
improvising is new to me. I love it.
oh, that's great. That's great. Well, this is a good place to be. So let's see. At this point, the interview is unscripted. So, do you have anything on your mind that you'd like to talk about?
um, that's that's terrifyingly vague. I mean, I always have 50 things on my mind, but whether anyone wants to hear them is another thing. But I can't wait for things to open up, and I gotta say, I was way over concerts and nightclubs, before this whole thing started. So I'm kind of hoping that people will find other ways to experience music, instead
That's
of
an
going online 6 months in advance and paying $100 for an experience that is totally not fun. You have these goons yelling at you and telling you can't lean on that and you can't sit on that, and they want $20 to park and it's stand up for 4 hours. And I just want to go to like some garage or something, people's backyards, vacant lots, whatever.
well, there are a lot of parking lots. You could just have like a pop up, or what would you call it? One of those Twitter things where people just converge on a space and then things
Yeah, that's
happen. And
that's
then,
what we're thinking about, maybe trying something like that soon. We
I think,
play acoustic music too. We go down in like the LA riverbed and like under freeway overpasses and things like that. And we're thinking, why couldn't you do noise here?
well,
If you have battery operated stuff.
yeah, yeah.
We
It's
got
a
one. We got a little power source. We're thinking, yeah, we could go to like the park and just set up a full on noise thing anywhere. So
It
I'm kind
is
of hoping,
true.
I'm hoping
Well,
there will be some enthusiasm for that kind of stuff.
well, I know
Maybe.
of people that have promoted things that remote settings.
Yeah, I know it's been done before. I never get invited, but I always hear about it later. And yeah, so I was thinking of trying something like that.
Sounds good. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. And
You're gonna
it's
edit this
it,
down, right?
yeah, probably a little bit.
Oh, good.
Maybe not.
Yeah, you
Um,
sound smart.
all right. Will do. I'm going to stop recording now.
Okay, cool.